Meet Ms. Jyoti Jain, a certified life coach and dynamic English educator with over 15 years of experience in guiding individuals toward a better quality of life. She specializes in helping working professionals and students manage stress and anxiety through transformative tools such as meditation, breathwork, mindfulness, and NLP. With a holistic approach to well-being, Jyoti empowers individuals to enhance their mental clarity, emotional resilience, and overall performance, enabling them to thrive both personally and professionally. In addition to her coaching practice, Jyoti is a passionate English faculty member committed to shaping future-ready learners through meaningful education. As a CBSE master trainer and AIEF resource person, she has played a key role in advancing teaching methodologies and curriculum development across India. Her leadership as a moderator and senior coordinator for the British Council's International School Awards reflects her dedication to raising global education standards and promoting innovation in the classroom. Whether guiding students in academics or professionals in personal growth, Jyoti Jain blends experience, empathy, and expertise to inspire holistic transformation at every level. Hearty welcome, Ms. Jyoti. Please proceed. The stage is yours.
You're on mute. One minute. Okay. I had made, but I think you got disconnected also. Now you can unmute, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for unmuting me, and thank you for such a heartfelt introduction. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all the educators and participants on behalf of Extra Mile Education and Training. Your presence here reflects a shared commitment to shaping a future-ready generation. Extra Mile is a leading force in professional development established under the inspiring leadership of Dr. Abdul Salam as the part of Bharat Transformer and Academic Group BTAC. Backed by a strong network of expert trainers, Extra Mile is well positioned to provide tailored training programs both online and offline across the country. I'm truly grateful to Dr. Abdul Salam sir and Extra Mile Education and Training team for giving me the honor of moderating today's session. In this session, we will delve into the philosophy behind the concept of handwriting secrets, uncover its key elements, and explore how we as educators and facilitators can use it as a powerful tool in our classroom to gain deeper insights into our students' personalities and behavioral tendencies to enhance quality and our teaching experience for our learners. But before we begin, I would like to highlight a few points for your reference. If you have any query, please feel free to share them via chat box. For a more interactive experience, you may ask questions by raising your virtual hand, and we will call upon you during the Q&A session. And finally, to receive your certificate of participation, kindly fill out the certificate and feedback form, which will be shared at the end of the session. Please stay with us till the session concludes. And before we move to the technical learning of the day, I would like to introduce the key members of the BTAC team, starting with Dr. Abdul Salam. A distinguished CBSE resource person and master trainer, Dr. Abdul Salam has a wealth of experience and has made a significant contribution to the education sector. He serves as an assessor for National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, NABET, which is under the Government of India. He is the visionary founder and CEO of Extra Mile in Education and Training and Bharat Transformers Academic Group, the BTAG Group. Sir, without further ado, I invite you to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Miss Jyoti. Good evening, respected resource person Monica ma'am, and respected Biju sir, and all the participants who have joined. Very interesting topic, and at that outset, I would like to thank Monica ma'am for offering this wonderful topic. A very rare topic indeed. I am very excited to know what my handwriting is going to tell about me. Yeah. Equally, I hope everybody is excited to see the secrets of handwriting. And the room is full. I'm receiving message they couldn't join. Don't worry, participants. If your friends are outside, you can tell them. Not to worry. We will be sharing this video via recording. But at the same time, I would like to request Biju sir, please record it as well, because here it is raining heavily, and anytime, the power may be disconnected. I also may be disconnected. So thank you so much, everybody. Monica ma'am, all the very best to you. Thank you so much. And let us, let's listen to the moderator, I mean, a resource person, and take away the secrets that, we are looking forward to. Yeah, thank you. All the very best. Hearty welcome once again. Over to Jyoti ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging vision that keeps us moving towards the excellence. Next, we have, ladies and gentlemen, with us, Mr. Biju Pillai, sir. We are privileged to have with us Mr. Biju Pillai as a veteran educator. He is currently serving as a principal of Sri Chitra Public School, Trivandrum. It is an honor to have you with us today, sir. I request Mr. Biju, sir, to share our thoughts with the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all. Most respected Program Director Dr. Abdul Salam, sir. Today's resource person Monica Sharma, ma'am, and all other educators who have jointly come into the platform, as it is a very important topic. By seeing the number of people, we can come to know how they have valued this particular topic. And my dear teachers, as you might be knowing that all the parents, all teachers, as well as all children would like to have their handwriting the best. And we congratulate, we appreciate the gifted students, those who are having the best handwriting. And we have an ambition to have such a handwriting of our own. And today, as there is a saying that it shows one's personality, isn't it? So handwriting shows one's personality. So let us know from the secrets about this handwriting. And moreover, it's a very important tool for communication clarity and professionalism, and to bring an impression also. It also develops the cognitive benefits, and moreover, academic success also, it plays a very major role, and creating a confidence and self-esteem. Handwriting is playing a very important role. So let us know more about this particular topic from our great resource person Monica Sharma. So wonderful evening to all. Thank you for joining this platform. Thank you, ma'am. Back to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful address. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's session, Ms. Monica Sharma. Ma'am is a seasoned educator with over 18 years of experience in teaching and administrative field of education. She is the senior coordinator at Smart Wonders School, Mohali. She holds a master's degree in Hindi, mass communication and journalism, and education. She has also completed her PGDMA in human rights and certificate course in international child rights. Being the recipient of several prestigious accolades in recognition of her dedication and impact, she has been honored with the Star Teacher Award, the Extra Mile Award, and the Global Gem Award for her outstanding contributions to education. Adding to her list of achievements, she has also been facilitated by Punjab government for her commendable work in the field of social service. Her journey is truly inspiring and a testament to her commitment to excellence. We are delighted to have her with us today on behalf of everyone here. I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you, ma'am, and invite you to share your expertise with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for such a warm welcome. I'm overwhelmed. Good evening, everyone. It is a Saturday evening, a very calm evening. Definitely after the hustle bustle of the week, it is a time to reflect, to recharge, and learn new concepts. And what better than learning about handwriting secrets? Well, before I start with my presentation, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the whole team of Extra Miles. A special mention to Dr. Abdul Salam sir, Biju Pillai sir, and everyone who is working behind the scene, making these type of webinars possible, where we all gather together, we all learn together, analyze together. As we know that handwriting is very important in our lives. As Dev sir was also mentioning the same, that whenever we look at somebody's handwriting, we try to read through the lines. These are not only words, these are the reflections of the person's or the student's persona. Whether these are slants, these are strokes, spaces, pen pressure, or anything and everything that reveals about what the state of mind is there of the child and what is going on in his or her mind, the emotional well-being also. So I have gathered I would say many samples from online sources and from real life experiences as well. So we all shall be analyzing each and everything. We all will be learning together. So as we know that handwriting is something which whenever we read anything, like any, is my screen visible? Right. Thank you, Jyotina, for the confirmation.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So I was telling you, whenever we hold a notebook or we just take an answer sheet in our hand, the very first thing, the very first impression, the aspect of that notebooks is handwriting. First of all, we look at the handwriting and we somehow frame something in our mind that, okay, this is a beautiful handwriting, or we really need to make an effort in reading that. So the first impression is always of handwriting. And definitely at the first, as being educator, we are not going to segregate students on the basis of their handwriting, they are good or bad, they are intelligent or not. So we are not going to segregate, we are not going to class them. But definitely, whenever we'll read, specifically a notebook in a class as an educator, so we try to read what is been written. The content definitely matters a lot. But as educator, we should also gauge from the handwriting what is the state of mind of that child, what is going on in his or her mind. So that's very important. So in today's session, we all will be digging deep into that. These handwritings aspects, like I mentioned just now, these are the clues that they reveal us that what is there in the mind of a student. So I'll go ahead with my presentation now. But before that, I would request all of you to please contribute, and whatever comes to your mind you really would like to share, please share it via the chat box. And definitely at the end, through the Q&A session also, we'll be discussing all these things, whatever comes to your mind. But reading these samples is very important. So I would request all of you to please focus on the screen so that what I'm speaking, that time you are looking at the sample of the handwriting and immediately you can relate to that. You can learn much better from just looking at the picture. So I'm going to show you one picture. My screen is changing. Is it
Not
some
it.
technical?
No. Some technical glitch.
Yeah, I believe so. I'll share it again, sir.
Yeah.
There's some, pardon me for that. I believe some technical glitch is there.
No issue. No issue. You can try.
Yes, sir.
It happens.
So is my screen visible now?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Right. Now it's solved, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the very first picture, the drawing on your screen, I would request all of you to please reply via the chat box only. What is the first impression? This drawing, of course, reveals about the students who has made it. I would request all of you to please connect me via the chat box. Your replies are much awaited. What is the first impression when you look into these drawings? And I would request Jyoti ma'am to help me out in that also in case I'm missing out on any reply.
Yes, sure, ma'am. So the many of the participants are in the process of writing. They're saying they're beginners or probably scribbling
Yes, of
activities.
course. They are, yes, of course. The very first impression is they are beginners. Like we can see a few alphabets like M, O, E. It's been written N also, and they're kind of try of kind of making one figure, say like a oval shape or a shape of a tree kind of a thing, or ice cream maybe. So somehow this drawing is telling us that he or she is a beginner. They have just started drawing, or just they're just making effort in hand and eye coordination. So this is all what is happening in our classes also. The first impression is of drawing only, because whenever the child enters in KG or grade 1 or LKG rather, so that time the child is not just learning the alphabet straight away. He or she obviously is learning these drawings, these doodles also. So
Does
I
it show
believe there's some.
mom, dad? Is it read like that? Mom, dad, Erin, Kelly.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
child is, trying to write my dad. Yeah, yeah.
So basically, whatever the teacher must have written on the board, they are just trying to replicate that. They're just trying to use this word. Is my screen changing now? There's some technical glitch, I believe.
No,
No, it has not changed yet.
I don't know why today technology is playing a major role today. Is my screen changing now?
It's
Oh
still
God,
the same.
I'll try again.
So meanwhile, our participants have written for the previous slide, which ma'am you showed, that it may be probably a balloon, a pop. It looks like 3-year-old child's handwriting,
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
in the process of first step in the writing, and they're trying to, hold the pencil and trying to write. And so yes, we have a very interactive educators here today.
Yeah. So this is the next drawing. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is
Now,
indeed.
what this drawing is revealing about the student who made this. This is like one step ahead now. Obviously, not just the beginner, the child must have learned the drawing by now, doodling rather, the coloring also. Jyoti, ma'am, please help me out in that.
Yes, ma'am. I'm still waiting for the participants to write. Yeah,
Yes,
they're
I can
writing
read.
friends. Yeah, I'll read it out as I am getting it. Child is having interest in drawing. Child likes to draw.
Holding pencil, try to write. Yes, I can read a few. Thank you so much. Written by a beginner. Yes, of course. These are child is trying to draw and color, drawing friends. So obviously, if you see now, yes, we have gauged it right that it's just a beginner and of course learning to drawing also. But if we say the happy faces, I would request all of you to concentrate on the happy faces now. So it means the child is also happy. I, though we are not present at the scene and we do not know what the instructions the educator must have given. Maybe they have been given this liberty of drawing anything. Maybe they are just replicating, they're just copying it down, whatever there was on the book or on the board. So if in case the educator has given him or her the liberty of drawing anything, obviously these smiley faces shows the child is happy. Am I right or wrong? Dear teachers, I would request all of you to please again contribute.
Yes, of course, ma'am. They have written that they are probably happy
Yes.
faces with
Yes,
family.
I can also read that. Yes, they are happy. So whenever in UKG or LKG, the child is drawing anything on his or her own, and the instructions are such that they can do anything. So obviously, whenever the child is drawing a sad face, somehow not good with his or his mind, something is not right. And in case he or she is drawing a happy face, a smiley face, obviously we can say immediately the child is happy. So drawings also at the initial stage, UKG, LKG until grade 1, they are telling us, they are revealing that how the child is feeling in the class, or maybe at home, or maybe the environment, how environment is impacting on her or him. Now on my screen, you all can see, whenever I'm trying to change the screen, there's some, I don't know why, there's some problem.
Madam, is that the PPT same that you have sent me so that can
Now
show?
I think we all can see.
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay, now it started working. I'll take care of it now. So another drawing, there's obviously written as a sentence also. I went to the beach and I said say something has been written, though it's by a beginner. So in the chat box, I would again request to write something about it.
So they're
So
writing
we
that the child is sharing the experience.
Yes, sharing experiences. Thank you so much, Lalita ma'am, for writing this. Yes, beach and sunshine, definitely. The child is just modeling whatever he or she has seen. Relocation of memories, definitely wonderful experiences, learning, happy child, like she showed, definitely. So we can gauge it that educator must have given these instructions that you can draw anything you have seen. Now summer vacations will start, or maybe in some parts of India it's already been started, so that or after the vacation, generally we always tell everybody to share their experiences where they went for their holidays and all that. So must have given these instructions, the child has written. I would request all of you to please concentrate on the smiling sun, on the waves, the shape of waves, and obviously on the smiling faces of the children. Two girls are there in pink color to orange or red color of the boys also. So these color segregation, if you see here also, the child, he or she knows about it, the segregation of the gender. The smiling sun shows that he or she has the knowledge of sun, I mean the nature. The beach, these waves, obviously the child has clearly is very I would say that very experienced in a way that he or she knows about it, how the waves flows. So all these things a child knows about it. So this is just a simple example that how they get to know that how we get to know rather that what the child has experienced and what he or she has learned till now. So this segregation of gender, the child has learned the nature, the beauty of nature. The sun is smiling, the shapes of the waves. So the child is quite intelligent and observant. I repeat, from this drawing, we can gauge immediately, we can very well sense it. The child is quite intelligent. He or she knows about the nature, about whatever he or she has seen, very observant, and definitely learning from the experiential learning. And this is what our NEP says, that we have to teach the child in a manner that he or she learns from whatever he or she is experiencing. So whenever we are giving these tasks, so that time UKG or KG or a grade 1 level, so we can give these drawings also, and from these drawings also we can gauge the intelligence, the intellectual whatever the level, the emotional level, and everything whatever the child is thinking about that. Now on my screen there will be another picture. Now I'm moving little forward. These are definitely not drawings. These are the handwriting. Now I would request you to please share via the chat box what you feel now. What is the first impression of this handwriting? The very first impression. I would request you not to read the words. I would request you not to look at the formation of the these alphabets or anything like that. Just read.
So our participants are writing not legible, lots of feelings into
Untidy,
paper,
yes,
not
ma'am has
interested to
written.
write,
Reena ma'am
untidy,
has written untidy. Anupama ma'am has written not legible.
eager for more.
Urged in writing, not legible, of course. Yes, of course. The very first impression is not legible. Very difficult for the teacher to read it, what is happening. I mean, obviously, it's difficult for us to read also being an educator. Uh, should improve, yes, somebody has written should improve, not interested in writing, that's very important. Now I really like this comment, somebody has written messy and not interested in writing. So obviously when somebody is writing in a haste or uninterestingly, so obviously he's not going to write, she's not going to write in a good handwriting, there will be a mess all around. Yes, lack of concentration. Somebody has written construction. Also, somebody has written the child does not seem to be interested in writing. Not cursive, of course. The pattern is not cursive. And Vinitha ma'am is writing of we give giddiness. He will improve definitely. Not interesting. Not interesting. Like, looks like the muscles are not strong. Archana ma'am has written that. See, you yourself can gauge immediately from the writing. I repeat, we are not reading the alphabets. I have not come to that point yet. I will be just after a few minutes or seconds. But yes, initially, the first impression is the look of the handwriting, the look of the page. So obviously, this is not tidy, very untidy handwriting. The alphabets are not completely formed, and definitely whatever we expect as educator to write them nicely, properly, they are not. May do not understand. Veena ma'am is writing may not understand the language. Yes, obviously, you never know the child is not interested in English language. He or she is interested in any other language. So disinterest in the language also shows the very first impression. Since we are talking about the first impressions only, so disinterest, completely untidiness, not interested in the language, not interested in the class and learning or something like that. So something is not right with the child. The student tried one page and it was very good. Asha ma'am has written that only. Need proper practice. Shobha ma'am is writing, Subha ma'am is writing that need practice. Definitely, the child needs practice. Without the practice, nothing can happen. So this is also something we need to. Now on my screen, this is the another sample of her handwriting. Now we'd request. Yes, I can read the comments also. Beautiful presentation. Yes, should need proper pencil holding, neat, very neat, neat and organized, legible. It is quite clear. He or show interest in writing, neat presentation, attentive child in the class. Yes, all well done. I would really appreciate all of you for that. I mean, being an educator, this is the first impression we get to know that child is interested or not interested in the class, in writing the answer, in the writing the content. So understandable, students wrote well. Garima ma'am is writing that good and neat handwriting presentation. Yes, I am reading the comments. Thank you. Focused, very well written. Focus. The child is very well focused. Obviously, when we are writing something very good, in good handwriting, definitely we need to focus. Concentration is very important. Interested in writing is, of course, very important. So these are the first impression. I would repeat my words again. I have not dig deep into the formation of the words or the line spacing or anything. These are the first impression. So either the child is in UKG, KG, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So these are the first impression. And as we all know that whenever a child enters a school, so first thing we give them to write anything as in, I'll show you the samples as well for that. So handwriting is basically a window into students' minds and emotions. So whenever we are reading something, we get to know what is happening in his or her mind. Handwriting obviously tells about the motor skills or cognitive skills are very well developed or not. As we know that initially when the child is holding a pen or a pencil rather, so that time our first interest, our first focus is on the coordination of hand and mind and eye coordination and everything. So coordination of all these body parts or senses is the first thing which we can gauge from the handwriting. Of course, the child is not writing neat. Obviously, there is no coordination. For UKG and KG and grade 1 student, we can say that. And whenever we go ahead with that, and definitely we go ahead with other thing is emotional and psychological. Anxiety is there or confidence level. What is the confidence level of the child? So that also reveals. Obviously, handwriting will reveal that also. If the child is confident, he or she will write with straight posture, with nice holding the pencil nicely or the pen nicely, the colors nicely, and writing it properly, very with a smiling face. So that also shows us the child is interested in a study. Child is really understanding the instructions. The child is happy child. In case you feel the child is right not holding pen or pencil properly with the hand tilted this way or something like that, so it shows the child is disinterested. So obviously the handwriting will never improve. So as an educator, All these things, the handwriting definitely, all these attributes will tell us what the emotional stage of the child is. Obviously, the child is happy or not, and anger is there or something like that. Now, learning progression, as I mentioned just now, UKG, grade one and grade two. So that time the child is just struggling with the hand-eye coordination, holding the pencil properly, formation of alphabets and all that. So as we progress with the learning, with the classes, with the grades, so handwriting also improves. But at times handwriting is not obviously improving. So somehow there either there's some physical constraint is there, or maybe there's some because of any mental weakness or something, medical illness also this can happen. The learning is not happening, or the handwriting is not improving. So handwriting reveals us about the this learning progression also. If the handwriting is good, obviously the child is improving. Now he or she is working very hard. The next point which handwriting reveals what is student engagement. As we were just now reading through your comments only, your chat box, you were also writing the child is interested or not interested. So the involvement of the child in the learning obviously can be gauged from the handwriting. Right, as we see, the tidy handwriting shows that he or she is interested. The untidy or the formation of the letters can show easily that the child is not interested. So that also tells us, obviously the handwriting tells us about that. Encouraging creative expressions, as we all know, in the beginning, say UKG, grade 1, grade 2, or till at times till grade 3, whatever the child is writing, they are just copying down, they are just modeling basically what the teacher has written on the board, or it is there in the notebook. As we all know, when we start teaching alphabets to the child, we always teach them to join dots, right? So join dots. So that time joining the dots is most important for the child, because independently he or she is not writing. Say about around grade 1 or after grade 2 1 of say they start writing independently. They start framing the sentences in some schools in grade 1 also, and in some schools in UKG also. They start writing independently, so we get to know their creative expression also, and how the child is forming the alphabets also shows the creative expression, the artistic hand, as we say it, the very simple handwriting skills or whatever. This also shows that how the child will be the creative and artist or not. So that is also very important. And as we proceed now, on your screen, you all can see different patterns. As I mentioned just now, we initiate with the dots, vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, spiral, these lines, these wide spirals, the crossed line, these circles. So all these, what we are teaching in UKG or LKG, are at times in grade 1 also, in case it is needed, so that the grip of the pen or pencil is proper, the hand and eye coordination, the psychomotor skills are properly developed. So that is our first task as the student enter in the class. And definitely these strokes. Now, for example, I'm just telling you, just look at the number 9, multiple curved line. I'm just taking in randomly. Number 9 box. It's written multiple curved lines. If you say, so it's just a scribble. It's just a kind of, the child is just, just using the pencil like this only and scribbling that. So that time the grip of the pencil, in case the grip is tight, then we can show the the child is interested in the study or writing or just doodling like that only, the scribbling like that only. In case it is very light, it will not come like this only. Like spirals also, this is not easy. The hand and eye coordination is not easy. So handwriting and how the child is holding the pencil shows that the child is interested or not interested, how the environment is impacting on her or him. So that also is very important. So at the beginning, these all shapes, these all curved lines, these are flowing expressions, these all matters a lot to understand how the child is feeling, what is his or her state of mind. Now, as we proceed further in grade 1, I would say even in fact in UKG, we start teaching them formation of alphabets. Now, different styles, obviously different parts of country, different styles are used. Now, here is one sample in front of you on your screen. It's a new American cursive handwriting. So different style. It's up to the school at times or the area how they teach. Basically, they all are alphabets. The shape of alphabets, the formation is similar, but yes, little bit changes in which whether it's straight lines or cursive or lines, there is little bend or not. So all these changes. Now on your screen, the next picture which you all can see, it is an example of modern cursive. Normally, we all are following this normal cursive. This is modern cursive. Now on your screen, there's another picture, and this is cursive handwriting again, Blauser cursive handwriting. So with a little tilt, I mean, I doubt that the schools are following this because this is, I doubt in India we are following. And now again, this is Palmer. I believe in India we are following, many schools are following this Palmer handwriting style. So these are the handwriting styles, right? So we are following now, this handwriting style is printing style where there are no curves. If you look into it minutely, just focus on it, there are no curves anywhere, even in the capital letters or the small letters, right? So there are no curves anywhere, so these are straight lines. Now here, this is another modern manuscript, little tilted lines, little tilted, right? It's like, it's not the straight line, it's a little tilted one, like the other side if you say the very straight line. So these are all definitely the handwriting styles which different school follow in different region of India. So these are not set patterns. Whatever you follow, the child obviously going to teach the child, the child will follow the same, and he or she is going to write in the same manner. So what I'm trying to tell you over there is, first of all, the first impression is handwriting. And obviously for UKG, KG, and this upper KG, LKG, and this for grade 1, the handwriting is not so important that time. Holding the pencil, and of course how the child is drawing it, how is he or she is using out the paper, is very important, and that also reveals about his persona. Now we move ahead. I'm little bit touching this topic of body language also. Why? Because it is very important. As I said just now, the child should be happy while writing. As on your screen, you all can see the girl is writing very happily. You can see the broad smile on her face. So this will clearly, this picture or this scene in the class of any child will clearly tell us as educator that the child is very happy writing whatever he or she is writing. So that is also very important. Happiness of the child in the school and in anywhere, even at home, is very important. So, well, before we dig deep into, read the body language also. Now on your screen, the next picture is this child, fully concentrated, whatever he or she is writing, right, with full concentration, completely involved. So this is concentration. The way he or she is holding the pen is also shows that he or she has fully trained, and there's a coordination of mind and eye and whatever the pencil he or she is using. So here the another picture on your screen shows the child is just doing it hurriedness. There can be some irritation because there is no set pattern. It's just using the pencil like that, even in fact holding it like that and just using it like that, just moving it like that. You can very well just gauge the scene, visualize the scene. So he or she must be a beginner. Definitely in the beginning, they do not know how to hold the pen or pencil or the drawing sketch or the color. So they are using it like that only. But yes, in case the child is just doing it like that only, just quickly, so it means he or she is in hurry, not happy, whatever he or she is doing is just a compulsion, or at times the uninterest, of course, disintrustful or disobedience also. In case you say, okay, write slowly, do not go ahead with that, I am going to give you instructions then only, but the child certainly immediately started doing this, so obviously disobedience is there, he or she is not following the instructions. So in the beginning, all these body gestures or the body language and how he or she is holding the pen or pencil is very important. Now on your screen, another drawing. So I'm taking time over here explaining you about the beginners, since we are dealing with UKG to grade 10 or tier 12 rather. So I'm here taking this specifically for UKG to 2 or to 1. So here also you can see there's one drawing. There are different patterns. You can see numbers also on the screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, and alphabet also. If you can just find out, there is a hut. There is no color coordination. Anything and everything coming to the child's mind. Obviously, there's uncertainty anywhere. The teacher must have instructed, okay, this is the color box in front of you. Use any color. So child is right now not so mindful. Maybe he or she is the beginner. In case he or she is not the beginner, he has obviously entered in grade one, then this will definitely worry the teacher, because he or she is still does not know the choice of colors or the patterns also. So here also the teacher need to focus on the handwriting, and the teacher need to know the reasons behind why it is happening, and obviously need to reteach whatever has been taught in the class. So it's kind of a mixed emotions. Maybe the child is angry or happy also. We can see the smiling faces also. If you see minutely, there are smiling faces also. The girls, the small girls under the numbers standing, obviously, she is smiling. And in fact, the boy standing beside the hut is also smiling. So that also shows the happiness is also there. It's not anger only. So this is what I said, mixed emotions. As you can see in the cloud, the color is not evenly obviously spread. So it is basically maybe the beginner, but yes, somewhere in the internally the child is not so conscious. Child is not knowing what he or he is doing anything, whatever it comes to his mind, to her mind, he or she is drawing that. So that is also important. Now, next picture on your screen, obviously you all can see a proper pattern, and you all can very well gauge it, that it is all about the child is concentrating on the whatever is happening. So mindfulness is there, and obviously concentration, focus, complete we can see the child is an artistic kind of a child, because he or she somehow recognize the colors also, the usage of colors also. So this is also very important. And calmness is there, and there's a self control also, because he or she is taking care of that the line, obviously the he has to draw or just color between the lines only, should not go behind that. So that also is very beyond that, going is will be a difficult task for him. Or so fully concentration and obviously focus, and that will also translate into next time into the alphabets also. The child will concentrate in writing good hand obviously, and definitely will write neatly. Now on your screen you all can see a pattern. These are curves, obviously the wide curves. Whenever you see these wide springy curves, so it means the child is very happy. Now, I would request all of you to please listen carefully. In case you give the instructions, okay, do anything. And that time the child is drawing this. I'm not saying that you have already done this on the board and the child is just copying in his or her notebook. So you have given liberty to the child to do anything. So that time this will work. This will work as in you will be able to gauge what is there in child's mind. So basically instructions are there by the educator that you can do anything, you can draw anything. If the child is drawing this, or the child is making this pattern on the paper, it means the child is happy right now. So wild springy curves shows that child is very happy, child is content, and whatever you are teaching, he or she is very much satisfied. Now another picture on your screen, again kind of curves, but yes, these are closed curves. And if you see minutely, these are downhill curves. So somehow these type of curves shows the anger, obviously, and the sadness. Maybe the child is not so happy. Now compare both of them. The picture one, which I showed you first, the picture two now on your screen. Wide springy curves, and these are the narrow curves and definitely going downhill. So this is also these two pictures, when you compare both of them, these shows for LKG UKG children that if you are given the liberty that you draw anything, and if they are drawing any one of these, so you can immediately gauge what is the state of the mind, what is there in the mind of the student, the child is happy or not. So accordingly you can change your strategies, you can change your instructions, and whatever you feel you need to change in the environment of the class. So these are the basics for the UKG and KG child. And definitely when we grow ahead, now as we all know, till grade 2, or the child is not able to write himself or herself. So whatever we are giving them the instruction, he's writing, she's writing. But for grade 3 onward, we started with the creative handwriting and the creative writing also. For example, we give him or her to write a paragraph. The formation of sentences, the formation of alphabets is very much clear to the child. Now he or she start experimenting as in he or she starts making his or her own style. They want what they want to write. They know the basics of the alphabets. A will remain same, A like this only. But whether he or she is going to write it in a straight line, or maybe you will use a little curvy kind of a shape. So that will start defining or telling you the persona of the child, what is there in the mind of a child. So that will reveal the personality of the child. Now I'm going ahead with the topic. Of course, now we have come out from UKG to 1. I would now concentrating on the pen pressure and the writing style. The very first impression is the pen pressure. Now, what is pen pressure? Heavy pressure, medium pressure, light pressure. Now we request all of you to concentrate on the picture. There's a word written, forensic. Two, obviously, if you can see forensic, the first the alphabet is F. So F is very light. So obviously the pen pressure is very light. So next word written, forensic, if you have seen the uncircled F, is very clear. So the pen pressure is heavy pen pressure or very much clear. If you see the formation of E, there is, the lines are missing somewhere in E, is faded basically, in a way, if I use the another word for that. But E, in the other word, is very much clear. So it is a heavy pen pressure. So that time also you can gauge. Now, heavy pen pressure shows that emotions are very strong. Now, dear teachers, I would request all of you, whenever I'm speaking, you please concentrate on the picture so that you can immediately understand the topic. Heavy pressure means the strong emotions. The child is full of energy, high energy levels. I have highlighted also for your convenience, if you can just read the highlighted part. So obviously, the child is very expressive. I repeat, for the heavy pressure, when the second alphabet forensic, I would say, the second word rather, the F alphabet and E alphabet and all these things, the second written word forensic, it shows that they may learn very slowly, but they are very careful in writing whatever they are writing. So the heavy pressure shows that there are strong emotions, there are thoughts, and of course the thoughts and actions are very deep. So this also shows that that child is very much interested in the studies. In case of light pressure, the first word forensic. Now go back to the first word forensic, where F is very light, E is also lightly written. So here also, if you see the sensitivity and gentleness, the child is not so strong with emotions, not full of so high energy. Now compare both of them simultaneously. If the pressure is, I repeat, if the pressure is very good pressure, heavy pressure, the child is full of energy, strong emotions. In case the pressure is not so heavy, it is a light pressure of the pen, very lightly he or she is writing. So quick movement, quickly he or she is writing, and fast thinker. But the positivity is that he or she is a fast thinker. Whatever comes to a mind, they are writing, and they are not just doing focusing on the pen pressure. They are quickly writing, so they are very fast thinker. So basically, the good point is they are fast thinker and they are writing whatever comes to their mind. Medium pressure also. Medium pressure as in between all these things. The little medium, generally, student write in light pressure or in heavy pressure only. But I have taken medium pressure also in case you find that also. So balance of emotions is there. Obviously, medium means somewhere balance is there. So it's not so full of energy. So somehow very well balanced persona of a child we can gauge from the pressure. So passive also, and he or she does not want to get involved in any kind of a conflict. So they are away from any conflict. Basically, they are on their own word and whatever they are writing, they are concentrating on that, and they manage everything very well. So controlled personality in a way, you can say. So these all things, I repeat, heavy pen pressure, medium pen pressure, or light pen pressure shows different kind of attributes of a persona of a child. So this is also very important. Anything for now, anybody wants to add, I would read in the chat box so that I can reply immediately in case.
Yes, ma'am, we have a question in the chat box that even after seeing the handwriting, right, and confirming, how can we confirm our finding just by seeing that curve or the pressure, whatever you have mentioned, that what is,
Yeah.
running in the child's mind? How
Yes.
can
As we will proceed further, I would be explaining that also how to go about it. But initially, I would say that for one sentence that you need experience for that. Yes, when you will, I'll move ahead. I'll go ahead with the spaces also, the word formation also, the formation of alphabets also. So you will understand more better. Obviously, you will understand that definitely this needs experience. In one go, reading one page will not solve the problem. And yes, very importantly, I would like to add here that it is not the ruled page you will observe. I repeat, the plain sheet will be obviously a better presentation for the handwriting. Now, I repeat it and explain it a little better that whenever want to gauge somebody's persona from the handwriting, you need to give him or her a plain paper, like A4 sheet paper, which we use for to take the printouts for the computer. I'm just simplifying that. And ruled paper, as we know, in the notebooks there are ruled papers where on the lines only the children write. But if you really want to gauge somebody's persona, you want to understand the handwriting, for that you need to give that plain paper to the child, not the ruled one. So I'll proceed further and you will get to know that how to understand the handwriting better. I would answer this also again. I will come back to this question again and I will explain you better. But yes, for that, we need to understand the next slides also. Now, size also matters. Obviously, the size of the alphabet matters. Some students they write in very large size of letters, right? So this indicates the students are extrovert. They are attention seekers. I highlighted also, and they are full of energy. Optimism also is there, and yes, restlessness is lack of concentration. Now this size, as you can see on my screen, and otherwise you must have gauged by obviously you all are educators, you must have seen many notebooks by now, and you must have seen there is a variation. Some write in a very large handwriting in a way, alphabets also are very large sized, and some they write very small size, some are medium size only. So large shows that they're full of energy, and of course they expand. So very small size, as you can see the sample on the screen. No doubt I have enlarged the picture, that is why you can see the alphabets little larger. But yes, these are not the larger the alphabets. So small size of letter shows that the child is quite introvert. So he or she is not immediately whatever revealing whatever he or she has in his or mind. So they fully concentrate. Now this is very important. Generally, we say that writings big is obviously we can read it, so write in big size, something large sized alphabets are appreciated. But in case if you see somebody is writing with the small sized letters, so he or she concentrates completely. So this is good. Of course, concentration power is very important in life, and to be successful in life. So concentration, obviously, this type of handwriting shows they are concentrating everywhere. Now, slants. Now, that's why I have come up with the picture of the slant also. Now, whenever they write, if you say the plain paper, I repeat, whenever you give them the plain paper, or even in the ruled notebooks also, some write that all the alphabets are going in the left side direction only, and for some they all are going in the right direction only. And in general, when you just read the full paragraph, and some are writing in the medium slant. So these slants also reveal about the personality. So emotionally withdrawn people, introvert, leftward slant shows that they are quite introvert, and whatever they are doing, so whatever is happening, so just a minute, I believe. Am I visible?
Yes, ma'am, you're visible.
Okay. So So this slant shows that they are writing, they are expressing their feelings and making logical emotional decisions. So it's not that whatever they are writing is just writing haywire, just anything comes to their mind. If they are writing continuously in all the subjects, left word, it shows they are very expressive with their feelings, and introverts also. Sorry, they are very expressing their feelings, that they are introverts. But yes, they are very logical about whatever they are writing. So that's important. Being logical is very important. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It
fine.
is.
I'm asking again because there was a technical glitch, so I didn't want to go wrong here. Okay, now the next is when it's a right word slant, right? So heart-ruled people, right? So full of emotions, they relate to other emotions, they are very expressive. Now relate both of them. In left word, we said that they are introvert, but here we say right word slant shows that they are extrovert, right? The father, obviously the right hand slant shows the child is very emotional. So hard ruled people emotionally, obviously they are very strong, but yes, they are emotional and they express themselves also very quickly. So middle of obviously whenever they are writing straight, so middle size of in a slant shows there is no slant basically. So slant midway between a left and right slant. So it's again amalgamation of both right and left. So they are introvert also, extrovert also. They're balanced personalities. The students are basically balanced and they have the empathy, sympathy also. And of course, whatever they are doing with their heart and mind, completely focused also, and they're balanced. So generally, you must have seen the generally students are basically they use that middle kind of a slant. They do not go extra towards right a lot. Now the next is letter spacing. So letter spacing is basically whenever they are writing anything. So whatever the white spacing, the I'm taking here the between the words, right? The letter spacing first I'm taking between the words. As you can see in the picture, I've written closely spaced letter with wide separations between words. So you all can read this obviously on your picture. So it says that they must struggle with forming close connections. So they are not so obviously sociable. I mean, they are not ready to be friendly with others. So they are emotionally distanced from others also. So they independently think and they feel that they'll be working alone. There's a chat from Tarun. Sometimes few students change their style like straight, slant, or cursive. Yes, they do change, Tarunji, definitely. But if you say generally, I would again request you, it's not a one day job that you see just one paper or page and you immediately check the person's personality completely. That's not possible. You have to completely, consistently, you have to see, look into the handwriting patterns. So, say about 4 to 5 days, you have to see, and specifically using that plain paper. So, obviously, that will show you the whole persona. So, white space between the words shows that they are very, they prefer quiet environment. They are not so, in a way, though, energetic, or they just want to sit calmly and they want to do their work only. Now, cramped spaces between words and letters. So, narrow spacing between words, as we did just now, the wide spacing. Narrow spacing between the words says they are outgoing and they enjoy going out. So, they are friendly, they are sociable, and they are full of energy. And whatever they are writing, so they are writing with strong social. This shows that they have the close relationship and strong. Obviously, the closeness of the words of the obviously the letters shows that they are very sociable and they have close relationships also. Priyanka ji is saying, can you please send me the recording of this session? I believe sir will be able to reply to this.
It will be shared.
Yeah, it will be shared. Definitely, it will be on the YouTube only, so you will be able to watch it again. Now, narrow spacing between letters indicates detailed oriented people. Narrow spacing between letters. I repeat, the word is between letters. Not now, we are not focusing between these words. We are focusing in word only, they are writing whatever they are writing. For example, they are writing that, T-H-A-T. Is that is written closely or they have expanded it? I'll show you the next slide also, so you'll be able to immediately feel the difference. So this spacing reflects a strong sense that they can handle multiple tasks. Okay, they do not like these pauses. They just want to do it everything fast. Detailed oriented people are there because they are writing their alphabet closely. So narrow spacing letter indicates detail oriented, and they prefer structured environment. So obviously they want closeness in relationships, and they are happy people basically. They emotionally strong also. So they like people who write. Now another slide on your screen, as you all can see, it is all about they now if you can see the difference. If I go back to the previous slide for your reference, so that you can immediately see. Now this picture, the alphabets, the letters are very close. Now again, this picture, if you see it written high word, H-I-G-H, so they have spread the word. So basically wide spacing between the letters. So this shows that they are deep thinker. They think independently, and of course they struggle forming close relationships. Now I am relating, I am comparing both, so that for your understanding you'll be able to understand it better. So they in the narrow, whenever they are not giving more space between the letters, of course they are into close relationships. But if they are just giving this space between the letters, so there is no close relationship kind of thinking. So they just want small kind of interactions. They do not want large group. So these students are introvert students, in case they are writing with the white space on all. Now I come to formation of a few letters. I'm not taking in this session all the letters right from A to Z. I'm taking a few letters, the common one, which we can see generally happens in our classes and with our students. So letter T. Now I'm taking the small. I'm not taking the capital letter here. I'm taking the small letter. Now, if you observe this picture on your screen, can you see T, the formation of T? Just concentrate on T only. It's just a straight line, a big line. Normally, this nobody will teach us this. Teacher never teach this type of formation of T. Am I right or wrong? I want a response in the chat box, please. Yes. Yes. Yeah, yes, I'm right. I'm getting the response. Yes, that shows that you are understanding the concept. So yes, of course, whenever we are writing this T, nobody teach us this kind of a formation. So this long crossbar on the T indicates that they are full of excitement. So there is an excitement within the child. So he or she is very happy. So that's a good sign. Being a teacher, we should be happy if we see, just feel okay, the child is happy, he or she is content. It is perfectly fine. This is just a formation of a letter. So let it be. We don't need to cross it. We not to give negative marking for anything. We need to feel bad. Oh, I could not teach the letter properly. So that's perfectly fine. That shows that they are the leaders, they are the creators, and of course they are full of energy. So that's a good sign. Now, if you see the another picture, I'm going back to the first picture so that you all can relate. Now, the first picture I'm showing you again on my screen, this formation of T, obviously the long crossbar on T. Now, this you can see there's a difference. Obviously, this is not the same formation of letter T. So here the T is obviously this is how we teach generally, but yes, not this is also not the right formation of letter T. But yes, this is now a very low T bar. Read that yellow highlighted part, please. A very low T bar. A very low T bar indicates that there is a fear of failure. They are cautiously thinking. They are deep thinkers. So obviously, and they feel that they struggle to see personal success. So basically, this is not certainly a good sign, I would say. This is not welcoming sign that they do not want to take risk. So they have certain kind of a fears in their mind that they will fail, they will not be able to pass, or something happening in their mind. So this is an alarming sign which we should immediately look into it, and we should obviously continuously see that. There's a one chat on the screen. uh, Ma'am is writing, but at times when children, while writing I also, I'll come, ma'am. I will come to I also. I'll show that also. So I'm gradually coming to that alphabet also. So T, both we have seen. There's another formation of T you must have observed in the notebooks. Am I right or wrong? You must have observed this kind of a formation also. So this T bar, obviously this is again a crossed, but this is not a low T bar. This is not a very long crossed. Yes, ma'am is saying, thank you, Nivedita ma'am. You have written yes, ma'am. Yes. So these are three types of T you must have observed in your notebooks, in the children's notebook. Rather, yes, student, whenever they are writing this type of T, so this shows laziness, less productivity. This is also alarming. I repeat the first. Now I'll go back because I really want you to understand it better. This first shows that everything is fine, they are happy. This second shows no, there is something missing. Now, this kind of a T bar shows yes, they are not so being productive. There's some effective time management they are lacking. If you read, please, I would request all of you to please read. I have just precised my sentences. So laziness is there and less productivity is there. So this type of hurriedness, somebody is writing, should we guide them to change? Yes, ma'am. We definitely can guide, but I would request immediately you cannot change anybody. First of all, you need to know the reasons behind all of them writing all these things. Because obviously, if a child is writing low T bar or cross T bar, so immediately we cannot stop the child. The child would not like. Obviously, changing the handwriting style is a task. It's a difficult task. But gradually, first of all, if in case you have a counselor in the school or being an educator, you can also counsel the child. You need to understand what is in his or in his mind, so that you know the environment. You read other alphabets also. You completely experience whatever he or she is writing, and then only you can guide the student to change. But you immediately cannot guide the student to change, because this is natural. They are not writing anything because they are following somebody. They otherwise, so they'll follow one T only, whatever been taught, the sample what the teacher taught them in UKG. Why will they change? They change because something is there in their mind emotionally, or something physically is wrong. Now I'm coming to letter I. I believe somebody mentioned over there for letter I also, they want to know letter I. So letter I have come because this is also very common. So letter I, this type you must have seen. So please quickly, I would request all of you to respond in the chat box. Yes, they are writing. Yes, they have seen this, observed that. And I also personally use this. Anyone else who use this kind of formation for letter I? This not dot on the I? Yes. Umesh ji is writing. Yes. Yes. The many are writing. So I'll show you your personality also. You can gauge. Circular eye dot. Obviously, there's a circle on the eye. Yes, it's reflect desire to stand out. So be happy in case you are the one who is writing that. Yes, I have a desire to stand out. I don't want to be a part of the group only. I really want to be on the stage. I'm using this dot, ma'am. So Vimla ji is writing that. So yes, it's a good sign. It's perfectly fine, just a formation. So if in case the child is writing in this way, so this handwriting style shows that obviously they are artistic and they are creative. So well done if you are writing this, and be happy. And if your children are writing this, so you should be a happy educator that you are teaching creative students. Obviously, if you read the third sentence, in adulthood, it can indicate a fear of being ordinary. So that is also positivity. Do not look into the word fear of being ordinary. Try to understand its meanings. It means that they really want to stand out and they want to be extraordinary. So in the time to be happy about it, that it's a good sign. Now another on your screen. This. Yes. Now this is, if it's not a dot, it's just slash kind of quickly being done. So this longer slash shows that high level of irritation. Now this is alarming. If you see this in the notebooks or anywhere in the answer sheet of a student, in case this is alarming, there's some kind of a frustration. So there is some kind of irritation in the mind. Emotional distress is there. So they are not able to manage their emotions. This is alarming, my dear teachers. So you need to look into that. You have to counsel the child. You have to look into why this is happening. So you have to continuously watch the child for a few days. You have to see one you or you, in fact you can talk to the child. You know what time, what happened at times it happens once only. Maybe on one page only you will see this type of slash. So maybe that point of a time, that particular time in that particular period or while writing the answer, that content, the child was very unhappy. Something happened immediately in his mind or around somewhere in the class or in the environment that irritated him or her, and this expression came out. So that is okay for once or twice, but as in case it is happening regularly, this is certainly alarming. We, being an educator, need to look into it. Now, this type of dot, which is generally taught to all the students, this is how we teach them. This is how you will write. So in case the dots on I and J, because J also we use the dot. So in case they are writing that, so closer the dot to the stem, to the letter, I mean the formation of I and J. So it shows that the student pays attention to the details. So obviously it's a good memory. So it is also again a good sign. It is very good in case the child is writing that. So I'm now going back. Going back as in this is the first formation. I mean the circular dot shows everything is fine, all well. This again, the second slash kind of a formation shows no, there's something not right. It's alarming. So we need to look into. Now, this third type of I, formation of this I, letter or J, the dot shows that it is fine, good memory, so we need to be happy as an educator. Now we come to letter formation of this letter A and O. I have taken just few letters for your information. Letter A and O. As we know, this is O. I mean, this is how we draw. Normally, O is just one circular motion like that only. We do not teach this. But yes, in case of cursive, this one slash kind of a thing comes out of O. So that is also important. So this loops, there is a, obviously you can see this is not only one loop, one circle. There are two, three in one. So obviously this shows the child is not trustworthy. He or she lies oftenly and manipulates whatever and mislead also. So this sign is not good. So dear teacher, I would request to note down this sound in a way to please make sure in case you note it very regularly. So it is alarming. So you have to see to it. Now another type of a circle, or you say the formation of letter O. If the O letter is very wide without inner loops, I go back. These are inner loops on your screens. There are two, three more circles in one circle. So without any circle, without any inner loop, in case this is the wide O. So obviously this shows confidence. This shows that they are very clear and direct with their communication, and they are very straightforward and honest. So this is a good sign. This is a happy sign, right? And now in case the O letter is open, now there's otherwise we close O like this only. I'm just forming it with my hand. So otherwise we do it like this only. But in case it is open, it is just not closed. O is not closed. So this is open. So this shows that the child is O indicates that the child is talkative in nature, which is okay for the children. Being a children, they are talking. But yes, excessiveness is not right, of course. And they express themselves verbally. They are very open in a way, we will say vocal, and their speaking skills are also good. So this is also okay sign, not to worry about it. Social interactions are also very good, and they are very good at telling the stories, cooking up the stories rather. So you can observe this also. Now, next formation of letter Y and G. The letter of Y and G. So this is also special formation. Now on your screen, you all can see formation of Y or G. Different type of formations. So this type of formation where the lower loop is incomplete, whether it's letter J, G, or Y. So it indicates there's something, not happening right. The child is frustrated, struggling emotionally, and not able to express himself or herself. So this is again alarming. Fear of failure. So this you need to note down, dear teachers, in case you witness this. This is not right. And Amutha ma'am has given me, I'm in this, I'm reading the name right. She has given the emoji of sadness. Yes, this is not a good sign. We, being educator, it's alarming. We have to be watchful, careful. If it is, in case it is happening regularly, we need to immediately look into the matter and see that it is not happening. Temporary stress is there. So there's something stressful happening in life. Now, this type of why, where the loop is closed, but yes, it is quite wide. Big loops, long loops shows that they are physically, they need to be physically active. So they need to involve in their daily routines, need to be changed, new experiences they want, or they seek excitement and passion in relationships. There is a desire of personal satisfaction, so adventurous spirit basically. So this is okay sign. So this is not so alarming. This is something different. That shows the attribute of the personalities. So this is also okay. So we can accept it. But yes, they are adventurous. Mostly these type of students are into sports and adventurous specifically activities. So this is also. Somebody is writing that some children write above the lines also. So this is their style. So whenever they are writing above the line, it means again, I would say they are not able to balance their life properly, balance their work or play time or create a proper schedule. So I replied to that also. So somehow there is some imbalance happening around. Again, this is very closed loop, right? So closed loop, low loop, they have restricted, they have not open up. So it shows that they are struggling. Obviously, it is not opening up. So this shows that they are struggling with that. They avoid sharing emotions. They don't want to share anything. They are into their own world only. So that's also alarming. It's not right. So these were a few alphabets, other general observation, which my experience says. So give away stuff. If you see, now this formation, I'll go ahead with that. Long strokes. If you see the formation of Y, normally we should stop with the level of this formation of Y, but it is going upwards. The slant is going upward. If you see closely, the slant is going upward, 45-degree angle. So this is just an obviously angle. So in case it is going up, so it shows that they respect others' boundaries, they listen to others. So it's a good sign. There's nothing alarming about it. So they want to share their thoughts. They have their independent mindset also, and they are satisfied students. So it is good. No problem at all. Everything is fine in that also. This type of formation, the sharp edged formation of these Y or F or something, so they shows that they are full of energy. Energy levels are very high. So this is also okay, acceptable. Let it be. Be happy educators. They're writing it as well. But yes, somehow at times it shows they are not forming it properly. So maybe there's something slight distress is there, or maybe some impatience is there, but not so alarming. This is also okay. They at times they may basically this sign is a mixed sign. At times it shows that they are full of energy, but yet they get stressed very quickly. So yes, be in case you see it very regularly, oftenly it is happening. So yes, you have to be very careful and you have to look into the matter. So for that also you need to look into, right? So we move ahead. Now we are coming to the closing this session. So whatever we have learned till now, so now I would request all of you to just observe this picture. I mean, read. And what is coming to your mind, I would request all of you to please write in the chat box. I'm waiting for your responses. Jyoti ma'am, I would request you to please help me out in this in case I misses out on any important chat.
Sure, ma'am.
So
I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting for the inputs. Meanwhile, yeah, so the participants are happy to learn and they're appreciating the information and the knowledge that you've shared. So about the writing that you have shared on the board, they're saying that it's like probably very focused writer, extra cautious,
yes,
excited, and balanced and organized.
yes, absolutely right. So we are successful in our learning. And if I would request you now, let's focus on the formation of letter I. Look at that dot. Now I'm waiting for your response. Is it a good sign or bad? Just write in word sign that it is alarming, or we accept it like that only in case a child has written the form, this letter I and this dot specifically.
So they're saying it's a good sign.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. So I'm successful. Thank you so much. You are such a good listener and obviously learners. Yes, other formation also see it's just a writing style of a child whoever has written that. Now this is another picture you all can see. Now here I would request you all to concentrate on the pen pressure. Yes, please. Heavy pen pressure. Yes, absolutely. Space is too much. Absolutely. High pressure. Yes, it is high pressure, which indicates, yes, high pressure. I'm reading it. More expressive, active, good handwriting. Wonderful. So you have learnt it. Focused. Very good. The child is focused, of course. If you look into this formation of letter Y, early, country, early, duty, Y, formation of Y, letter Y. See the loop? Yes, more confidence, openness, superb handwriting, organized, shows interest, good sign, well done, good learners. So wonderful. Yes, style towards well presentation. There's a clarity. Yes, of course, it's a very good handwriting. The first impression is obviously it's a good handwriting. If you look into the spacing between the words and between the letters, so now what all you can gauge it, what you all have learned. Yes, helpful introvert child. Unique style is different. Obviously, the handwriting style is different. Yes. So I can very well gauge that you have learned it. So I'm happy about it that I am a little bit successful. Whatever the little knowledge I had, I've shared with you. Yes, clearly written. So good handwriting. Yes. So I believe somehow you all must have gauged it. So these were just a few. I would say this is what the constraints of time, and obviously we have to take care of everything. So I'll definitely in future, if I get part two, I would request sir if we get to present my part two. In case I would come again with another aspects of my handwriting, how to manage this and how to understand the handwriting, how to read the personality of the handwriting from the whatever the child has written. So obviously we'll go ahead with that also. So
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you
Yes,
everyone for paying attention. That's it from my side.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Monica, ma'am, for your insightful and engaging session on handwriting secrets.
Thank you, Jyoti.
Understanding personality. Definitely, it's going to help our participants to improve their,
I hope so.
class. Yeah, definitely. Your expertise has actually, made it more clear in understanding the behavioral pattern that and those unique insights which you have shared for the students' personality development is definitely going to help us. Now, with a keen eye for detail, our educators can now decode, I think, uh, the silent cues hidden in every stroke and slant in the student's handwriting. We are grateful for the valuable strategies and the perspectives that you have shared, which surely be, helpful in creating the better learning experience for our learners. Now, we would like to open the floor for the questions. If anyone has query, we would like to share the reflections. Please feel free to do so. Ma'am will be happy to address all of you.
Yeah. I
The
believe Archana
participant,
ma'am has raised her hand. Archana ma'am, if I'm not wrong, I saw her hand raised.
I'll just check it.
Archana ma'am, I saw no, I mean, I don't know whether now she's raising it or not.
Yeah, her hand is raised.
Archana ma'am.
Yep. Archana ma'am, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question.
Yes, good evening, Monica ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, you have said many criteria regarding this handwriting. Will all these criteria will suit for left-handed children also?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking the question. And in fact, I'll come with that episode also. That's obviously will be little different. But yes, basically these will be same because generally what we say, if they are writing with the right hand or left hand, so it's difference for us only who are left hand right hand writing with the right hand. Otherwise, for them it's same. So it does not make any difference basically. But yes, in case you feel that there can be a difference, the difference can be little formation of little going haywire with the formation of letter, because obviously the pen pressure everything will play a role initially.
Okay.
Still UKG it will be obviously drawing only, so doodling and sketching only. But yes, when they grow up, they are very well experienced, so that will not make any difference in case they are left hand writers or right hand writers. So it will be equally, so you can gauge their personality with all these attributes only.
Yes.
So
Thank you,
you can
ma'am. Thank you
understand.
so much.
Thank you.
I think this question is going to help many participants as they were putting
Yeah.
this question various times in the chat box as well. Dear participants, you can raise your hand virtually if you would like to ask some questions. Meanwhile, ma'am, I'm sharing the questions that I received in the chat box while you were presenting. So, how to overcome the mixed emotions once you get to know the handwriting pattern and everything, or if the child is writing mixed capital and small letters, right? That reflects mixed kind of emotions. So, how to overcome that?
Yeah, so definitely we require the help of obviously a counselor, a professional counselor here, because being educator, we have some limitations. I would be saying it very honestly. And obviously we need cooperation from the parent as well. So whenever as educator we have observed, so next step will be taking help of a professional counselor and then talking to the higher authorities and to parent also. Because we need to observe other attributes only, but just gauging it from the handwriting will not solve the purpose. We have to look into other aspects. For example, the child is going to play in the field or not. I mean, he is socially playing with the students or not. He is just sitting on one side and not paying attention to the teacher or something. So all these will also contribute to child to gauging child's personality. So only handwriting definitely will not help here. And how to solve this problem? We need professional help over here only. For that, different strategies will be taken care of, will be followed.
Thank you so much for answering that question, ma'am. Definitely, every school has counselor these days as a
Yes,
mandate from the
yes.
CBSE. So definitely, they can help us in improving this, right? So now
Because at first step, I'm so sorry, Jyoti ma'am, I'm interrupting. Because at first step, this is a first step. So let's not forget that this is a first step. We have gauged it that something is wrong. In case the handwriting is not fine or something, whatever we have learned, something is alarming. This is our first step. The second step will be observing the child regularly. The third step will be now talking to the parent or the higher authority and the counselor. So this all coordination, cooperation will definitely contribute in developing and obviously helping the child to improve.
yeah, definitely, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you so much. Lalita ma'am is there. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. She has a question.
yeah.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Right.
Beginning years, when we teach them the words, we only make them to give finger spacing. So, is that advisable to guide like that, or I just
Okay.
wanted to have an idea?
Yeah, and that's a good question. I have seen teachers teaching in this way, specifically because they want child to write neatly. So this is obviously that's as you must have heard it during my presentation. I was repeatedly saying it. Initially, the child is copying it, the modeling it, whatever the teacher is teaching. But if we say gradually after grade three, particularly in grade 4 and 5, they start developing their own handwriting habits and their formations. So till grade 3 or grade 2, you are teaching as educator, give one line, take it like this only, then write the word, then one finger, then write the word, or something like that. Am I right in saying that, ma'am? So initially, we all teaching, they are just copying it out, replica of whatever they are writing. But when they grow up to from grade 3 onwards or 4 onwards at times, so then these attributes, these will definitely tell their personality. Till grade 3, we can little bit gauge the child's mindset. But after grade 4, when they have started forming, they have their own styles of writing. That time they will forget all these spacing and all that. Only a few, say out of 10, only one will be able to write it, whatever you taught him or her in till grade grade 2, the line spacing, the how to keep one finger in between the words or something. But after grade 4, 5 in the higher classes, they will leave everything, they'll follow their own style because they have to write big answers, they have to write quickly, fast. Obviously, there are 3 hours papers and all that. So gradually they will forget all these rules and they will follow their own handwriting styles. And that time, these all styles, whatever we have learned today, these will be definitely helpful for all of us to gauge the personality of the child. So initially, as we are teaching, the child will follow that. So that will not show his or her persona. That is our teaching.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope, Lalita ma'am, this answers your question. We have another question. Which homework takes less time and which writing style should be preferred in the classroom?
Definitely cursive, because I believe that comes, I mean, regularly we are writing. So if you are writing about formation, I'm just gauging the question. I'm not able to understand the question properly.
So
I
you were
believe she
mentioning that the MR writing style could be taken up or not.
So that's up to you. That's entirely school's decision. That's entirely authority's decision. But normally, which we follow the Palmer style, which we follow the cursive style. But in case these days we are accepting the printing style also. So cursive is not so important. In case the child is writing printing style, that is also acceptable. Only what we are learning today is about how to gauge whatever, in case they are writing printing or they are writing the other style, the normal cursive style. So we are just trying to read the formation of alphabets, not the cursive or the Palmer, the straight style or the printing style.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. There's another question in the question answer box from Nija, ma'am. She's asking how to avoid mirror image handwriting, especially for pre-primary.
You cannot avoid that in pre-primary because they are going to follow whatever you teach. You know, they are your tails. They're going to follow you whatever you are going to write. So as I'm mentioning again, initially just doodles on the scribbling or everything will tell us their personality. But yes, if you really want to teach good handwriting, a teacher need to be very cautious and careful, and it should continue till grade 6, 7, 8 rather. I would say here they should continue. Teachers should continue. Now, generally, what happened till grade 2, we are teaching them good handwriting, how to write slowly, just replicate whatever we are writing. And after that, it's quite normal and natural. We completely concentrate on the content, and somehow this handwriting, how to focus on good handwriting styles and all that. We just, kind of keep it on one side and then we focus on the content only. But I request all of you to please help children out for writing good and obviously making the good handwriting styles.
Another question which is there, which I found in the chat box, was that how to improve the handwriting pattern after knowing their mindset, and so how can it be taken care?
Yeah. Ma'am, 100% you definitely cannot change a style. For example, I become a personality who is always angry. Immediately you cannot make me happy person. So you need to work on other aspects also. So the environment, you have to assign a buddy who is very happy, whose handwriting is very good. This is simple strategy. So obviously the child will get impressed or will get motivated rather. And definitely when you are motivating the child and of course repeatedly reminding the child to write in good handwriting or to form the sentence or the alphabet properly, so the formation will definitely be fine. But yes, in case the child is regularly writing this, or which is obviously not acceptable in case of formation of any letter, so that's alarming, and we need to immediately look into the matter and take care of the child so that whatever is happening in his or her mind, immediately that is, of course, being erased.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think that helps all the educators and the participants who all are attending this session. Dear educators, please raise your hand if you have any more questions. I think
We can wind up, yeah.
Arvin, sir, you raised your hand earlier. Would you like to ask the question? Okay. All right. So as we conclude, okay, Sunita ma'am has raised her hand. Sunita ma'am,
She raised her hand to say that she is there. That's all.
Okay. All right. So with your permission, I'm concluding the session. Shall I go
Okay.
ahead?
Yes, please, please.
Yeah. So as we conclude this powerful learning experience, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Abdul Salam sir and Mr. Pillai sir for their inspiring leadership, to Miss Monica Sharma with gratitude for her insightful and generous sharing of the wisdom and great understanding of handwriting practices. And to each one of you, thank you for your attention, curiosity, and commitment to growth. Your involvement inspires us to organize many more such exciting sessions. And we look forward to seeing you at our next event featuring another distinguished resource person. Let's continue to empower our students, not just academically, but holistically, because their future deserves nothing less. Thank you once again, everyone. Stay inspired, stay impactful. Over to you, Salam, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Monica, ma'am, wonderful. Very well presented, and
Thank you, sir.
the subject knowledge, the relevant topic subject knowledge is praiseworthy.
Thank
So
you.
I don't think many of us have this type of scientific knowledge about handwriting pattern and a behavioral pattern. So thank you so much, and definitely we will have part two because there is a demand also as well.
Yes.
Uh,
And we would talk about the body language also, sir.
Body
That
language
also I'll
also.
take.
Correct. Good, good,
Yes.
good. Thank you so much. And the way you presented, with lots of, examples and all, it was well researched. And the effort you have taken is, very commendable. So we really appreciate your effort, your passion, your dedication, and you are helping a lot of educators through this, particular session on extra mile. So thank you so much. May God bless you and come up with much more things that so that we can learn a lot. And I also feel very happy about my handwriting now. I came to know a bit about me because I also use that eye circle for the eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir. Same here.
So thank you so much. And Biju sir is, looks a bit confused. Biju sir, are you there? Because Biju sir writes in
Yes, sir,
Hindi.
I am there.
So he writes in Hindi, so he doesn't know what he tells about his
One day I will take
personality.
any other language also, sir. I'll definitely in future will take any other language.
Okay, okay. So Biju sir, at the same time, I would like to thank Jyoti ma'am for her great help and very gracious moderation. So Biju sir, please do the concluding remark and wind up, please. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Monica, ma'am, you have done a great thing. This evening was highly effective and highly inspiring for all the educators. Not even a single minute you have wasted. Thoroughly, you have uh, come up with many ideas and given a vast information about the handwriting procedure and how it should be and how the children should be monitored. And in the meanwhile, at correct instance, how the child should be intimated to the higher authorities about their problems and finding the solution for that. Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Actually, according to me, at least 2 or 3 times we have to see the video again. Only then we can get the complete knowledge about the whole class.
Correct, correct,
So,
correct.
very
Yeah.
informative, ma'am. Thanks a lot. God bless you.
Thank you all. Good night. Thank you for joining all participants. Keep learning. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.